It is match day, ladies and gentlemen. Man United up against Fulham in a must-win encounter if our title hopes are going to stay alive. But we do know for a fact that Fulham can never be a walk in the park. It's certainly going to be one of those games where everybody has got to step up their game and perform. Subscribe to the Nature of Sport. My name is Webb. Like, share, and let's get into it now. Guys, match days are always nervy lately, but can I tell you, for me, this is not one of those nervy ones. I feel so confident, given that we were able to go to the Craven Cottage and beat them 1-0 in our most immediate meeting with Fulham. I'll tell you, this time around, there is less pressure, I think, and I feel there is less pressure, slightly less pressure on Man United players. I think we have got out of the woods, the hardest bit of the season for me. The worst for me has been behind that run of poor games that we had with Ruben Amorim. I feel the draw against Everton and the previous win, never mind how scrappy it was, I think have put us in a better position to be calm and know probably that there is something we can do with a team like Fulham. So it's, for me, one of those less nervy affairs, despite the fact that it's going to be at Old Trafford, where these players have shown so much jitters. So I'm hoping for something better, a better start, a more comfortable and firm start from the team. And regardless who starts in this one, I feel Man United is better suited to win it. Now, in terms of goals, guys, the issue for Ruben Amorim will be one, who scores the goals? Because as you would have seen in our games, our goals come from all the wrong places, if I would call it that. And by wrong places, I mean our strikers are not the ones scoring the goals or perhaps even serving them or initiating them. I think our strikers have been completely, should I say, ineffective. I don't want to use the word useless because then that would sound a bit mean. But our strikers have not really helped us so much, have they? They haven't quite helped us in the past game. Zakzi is the only guy who has tried, but not, but of course as a 10, tried to drop back and try to initiate a few things in past games. But you see, for a forward, if whatever you do does not result in a goal in a way, it's difficult to appreciate you. So even if we've seen that Zakzi has been a better version of himself, I think in recent games, we still want to see more of that, resulting in goals, if you know what I mean. We want to see more of his impact yield goals because that's what we are lacking. United is not scoring enough goals. That's the issue. So I think this is an opportunity for these guys to step up their game. And I know it's the FA Cup and ordinarily Amorim would be rotating the team, but I don't think he has got that luxury. First of all, he's desperate for wins. Regardless the competition, people want to see Man United winning. Then, secondly, there is no depth in the squad because of the lack of options. Guys are injured. No one is really returning. Thirdly, still, this is a Premier League opposition. Fulham is a big team who you expect to bring their best team because they know this is their only hope for a title. So they will bring their A game. And certainly you can't counter that with a bunch of teenagers and kids. So whereas he has kids he can rotate with, perhaps the fact that the opposition is a bit tough, he might want to limit how many kids he can throw to the pitch. So it's going to be, again, a proper, well contested game because United will bring their A team, at least for now, if we have anything like that. But United will bring their A team, so will Marco Silva and Fulham. So be braced for what should be a tough football encounter at Old Trafford. Now, what do I want to see in this game? I expect to see a reaction from Alejandro Garnacho. I have no doubt that he will be on the pitch, unless Amorim was so mad at him that he will again escalate whatever went on in the previous game against Ipswich. But given what he said, that he spoke to him and I think they settled it, there's nothing more to do there. I'm sure he will start this game. I want to see Garnacho perform, play for his team, be less selfish because he has slid back into the selfish mode. You'll hate to see it. It looks so ugly on him. I don't know that he doesn't see it. We want to see him step up his game. We want to see our strikers, whoever starts as the number 9. I'm not sure he will start Chido Obi, perhaps not again. But whoever starts, whether it's Hoyland, who has gone 16 games without a single goal, I think we want to see them at least show more hunger for a goal. Be more hungry. Wherever you get the ball, think the goal. show the desire, the fire in a striker to score goals, because you can't be comfortable just hiding behind other players when you're not doing enough in terms of pushing. But also, for the goals to come from these strikers, we need to see the rest of the team playing and opening up the game a bit more. Now, with Dogu, we're beginning to see a little more of it, especially from the left wing. But now that Dogu is out, I want to see how Amorim is going to cope, whether he's going to completely slide back into the unshifting play that United was known for before Dogu from the wings, where you had Mazraoui and Diogo Dalot struggling to get the ball to the other side. I want to believe that whoever is behind Dogu in the pecking order when it comes to the left wing back, whether it's Diogo Dalot or Mazraoui, have learnt a thing or two from Dogu and how he makes his runs as a wing back. As a professional footballer, you should be able to learn. And when you're called upon to play a part, you should be at least have a proper basic understanding of what you're expected to do. Because to be honest, Diogo Dalot and Mazraoui quite did not understand how they were supposed to play as wing backs. They had no idea what their roles were, and you don't blame them. But I think in Dogu and the few games he has played, they've worked with him in training. They have had Amorim giving him instructions. They probably have a better understanding of what is expected of them, and I want to see them try to show us something better. Those are some of the things I'm looking out for in this game. That hunger from the forwards, desire to score a goal. They can't be comfortable with what's happening, but also whoever is going to come in and replace Dogu on one of the wings, are you trying to emulate the things Dogu was doing? Whether it's going to be an academic kid, is it going to be Harry Amas, for example, or could they bring Aiden Heaven and push him as a wing back? Whoever it is, try to keep that wing as active as or close to the activeness that it does have when Dogu is playing there. If we have that, team will look a bit balanced and we won't miss the young lad a lot, and we'll have a proper chance to get something against this Fulham team. But that said, I do strongly think that Man United can win this game. I think Man United is going to win this game. I don't think it's going to be a painful night. It will be done and sorted in 90 minutes. An exciting encounter. Again, Bruno playing next to Ugarte, orchestrating our play. If it's so from the start of the game, I think it will be good. So let's keep the faith. Let's keep the faith. I strongly believe, I mean, if we did it before, why not now? We can be able to beat them comfortably and, of course, get into the next round of the FA Cup. How important is the FA Cup? I think it's so important for Man United because it's the only hope for a title. And you see the fact that we've won it, we hold it, we've won it in the previous season. I think fans, and with the same players, mostly the same players, fans will be feeling we can do it. And I think it is also, for me, a case of consoling the supporters that, you know what, it's been a bad season in the league, largely a bad season. But if we end it with something, I think for Amorim, it will be a symbol of hope, a thing of hope to the Man United faithful that things can be better with time. So I think it's important. So let's attack it with that approach. I think there are people who have given up completely on Man United and their title winning credentials, but I'm not one of those. I still think United are still top on it when it comes to defending the FA Cup, but also winning the Europa League. United can strongly win it. I think if in terms of order, United can win the FA Cup, they can win the Europa League. Of course, Premier League, we're just there. But those two, United can still strongly win with these players and with this coach and with this system. Yes, that's my honest opinion. My name is Webb. Like, share, and subscribe to the United Sport. It's match day. Prediction of the team, of course, Onana in goal. I expect probably delete Mazraoui and Yoro. Then Ugarte and Bruno in the middle. Then Zakzi definitely will play Garnacho and maybe Chido Obi up top. Then on the wings, Dalot and Dalot, and Mazraoui. Then bring another defender. So Maguire, Yoro, and maybe Lindelof could play a few minutes this time. Could play a game. He hasn't played for a long time. Maybe Lindelof can come in there in defense. I feel like one of either Maguire or Delete will be rested. Most likely Maguire. But yeah, It doesn't matter, like I said, who starts. Man United should be able to beat Fulham. Subscribe. My prediction is 3-1 United.